Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a video that I hope is going to be a little fun. In today's video, I'm going to be saying what every NFL quarterback would be doing for a job if they were not in the NFL. Two things. One, yes, I have done this before years ago, and that's why I'm doing it again, because it's been requested to resurface. And two, don't take this too serious, like at all. If you take this serious and actually get mad at anything in this video, you got problems. Couple of plugs before we hop into it. Don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel, Waggle, or Prize Picks. By using my codes on G Fuel or Waggle, you'll save a discount on any of their products, and by using it at sign up on Prize Picks, you're gonna guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But remember, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Okay, everybody, so here we are at the list, and as you guys can see, my effort here is pretty minimal, but that's because I am running out of time. This is the final pre-record I have, and to be honest, I'm just tired of sitting in this office for like 12 hours a day, dude. I gotta get out of here. So anyway, starting off with Bo Nix, and I think one of the easiest call-outs here, he would be a teacher. He looks like every single young teacher that started teaching when I was in high school, to be honest. Short hair, spiked up, still looks like they could potentially pass as a 16-year-old, but you can tell that they're an adult. That's Bo Nix. Moving on to Tua. He would be a card flipper, card scalper, card seller. He looks just like every single vendor I've ever seen at a card exhibit. I mean, seriously, all he needs is a little short, slick back, greasy hair and a fanny pack around him that he's pulling his money out of. Now we got Josh Allen. He would be a farmer, something in the agricultural industry. Funny because he grew up on a farm, but he looks like a farmer to me. He looks just like the guy that would wake up to go and milk a cow at 3 a.m. and probably take a drink straight from the udder. Now we got Joe Burrow, pharmacist. He looks like someone I would see at a pharmacy every single day. Too much of a pretty boy to do anything to get himself dirty. Hands are too little and neat to do any sort of heavy lifting. He'd be the guy in a white trench coat telling you through the window how to take the pills you've been taking for 10 years already. Now we got Joe Flacco. I think he looks like a politician. I think he would be a politician. I don't think he'd be a president, but I think he'd be like a governor or a mayor or something of that sort. He looks like a guy that I would slam the door on his face the second I opened it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is any politician ever. Now we've got Deshaun Watson. Honestly here, I'm not just trying to poke fun. I'm trying to be serious. What would Deshaun Watson be if he wasn't a quarterback? That's right, he'd be an inmate. Moving on, we got Anthony Richardson. I think this is a compliment. I think he would be a personal trainer. You know, the thing that most people who can't play football end up doing with their lives? CJ Stroud, he'd be a bouncer. I can see him just taking IDs, telling people that they're good. And if he sees a fake, probably telling them that they're good because he doesn't care. Just a chill guy, man. Lamar Jackson, honestly, I think he'd be like a streamer of some sort. I don't think he'd be as obnoxious as like Kai Cenat, but I could see him being like a queso, just a super chill but funny streamer to watch. I like watching Lamar Jackson's interviews because he's one of those guys that when he talks, he doesn't, like, you know, you don't think of him as like this well, you know, he is a superstar, but he doesn't have that demeanor. He's just like a normal human being. Daniel Jones, he would probably be like a Jehovah's Witness or something. He looks like he gets told to shut up for a living. Trevor Lawrence, he looks like he works at a smoke shop or a dispensary. If you've ever been to one of those, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't been to one of those, there's always a guy behind the counter who's white, tall, and has really long hair. Patrick Mahomes, valet driver. Now, is he in a commercial where he's a valet driver or something? Or have I had a dream about that? Because I feel like I've seen it before and it just fits so well. Justin Herbert, he would work at Walmart. Because just like the employees, he's always around and present, but when you need him most, he's nowhere to be found. Now we got Geno Smith, and looking at that picture of him, it's kind of hard to imagine him anywhere other than in prison because that looks like a mugshot. How about prison guard we'll go with? Drake May, undercover cop. He's a narc, for sure. He looks like the dude the cops try and send to buy drugs, and he shows up in a Captain America t-shirt with a boombox on his shoulder wearing Jordans, but he's obviously just jacked out of his mind. You're not fooling anybody, Drake, man. That's also straight from a TikTok. Has anybody seen that TikTok? It's ridiculous. Justin Fields, Verizon Wireless. He looks like the guy that you'd walk into, he'd ask what you need help with, and then when you tell him, he just walks away. Tyrod Taylor, the potential starter now that Fields is hurt. He looks like a gym teacher, bro. Just a normal looking human being. Like, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, I'm adjusting some quarterbacks and picking them out as I go, because some of these guys I just don't care about. Anyway, Kyler Murray. He'd work as a water slide attendant because if you're taller than him, then you're allowed to go down it. Michael Penix. He looks like a bartender at a high-end restaurant. I'm talking like $40, $50 martini restaurant. Clean cut, got the 2 diamonds in the ears. Call it how I see it, man. Kirk Cousins. Looks like one of the greasiest car salesmen I think I've ever seen. You know, one of the car salesmen that takes a Honda Civic as a salvage title and sells it to a 16-year-old kid with 305,000 miles on it for $6,000. Didn't happen to me, but I knew a guy. JJ McCarthy. He's the dude that you walk into a gym and he's sitting behind the counter doing absolutely nothing. But then as soon as a a female walks through the door, he becomes the most motivated human being ever. It's crazy how that works. Got the stupid TikToker hair. Look, I like JJ, just nobody's safe right now. Aaron Rodgers, dentist. When he has long hair, he literally does look like a crack dealer, but when he has short hair like that, he literally kind of looks like my old dentist. Baker Mayfield, football coach. Probably the one that encourages going to Hooters after games. Kenny Pickett, brother looks like he cuts lawn for a living. Like he hops on an X-Mark mower at 8 o'clock in the morning, doesn't hop off that thing until 4 o'clock at night, which by the way, I envy that lifestyle. Brock Purdy, I have no idea what he sounds like, but he looks like he would be a ring announcer for the WWE. Tyler Shuck, IT guy, you know, like maintenance, computer maintenance. Someone that spends an hour in the morning getting all cleaned up to go sit in an office for 12 hours a day. Cam Ward, he looks like a TSA agent, somebody that would want to check my ID before I go on a plane. Or the guy that stands in the back at 4 o'clock in the morning and yells, "Everything out of the bag!" for no apparent reason as you're just trying to get through the line. Shedeur Sanders, he looks like the Uber driver that would put you on some music and it's just the worst SoundCloud rapper you've ever heard. Jaden Daniels, well, putting him and Shedeur side by side, they kind of look like, he looks like a nurse. It's because he has a long neck, dude. Nurses always have long necks. Not saying that's a bad thing, but maybe it's just because they're always wearing like the, what are they called? Grubs? So it exposes like every inch of their neck, but that's what he looks like. He looks like a giraffe in that picture. Sam Darnold, absolutely a construction worker, 100%. I would even go to say he's a foreman. He's the guy that just sits in his air-conditioned truck all day and then just yells at his employees who are working in 110-degree heat to work faster so he can just afford a new truck. Jalen Hurts, barbershop for sure. Be the guy that can hook you up with the fade, bro. Which I've learned, by the way, you go to a barbershop if you actually want like a fade or something. You don't go to a Great Clips or anything like that. Dak Prescott, I mean this in the most complimentary way possible. Chipotle. I swear to you, every Chipotle I've ever been in has a light-skinned dude with a bunch of tattoos. Like every single one of them. Jordan Love, he'd work with his mom, Brandy. I'm just kidding. Target employee. I feel like I might have said that in the last video, which I've taken down at this point because I mean, there's no point to have two of them up. But he looks like someone that you'd walk into and they'd be wearing a red shirt, walkie-talkie on them with their khaki pants. I used to work there, I know the code. Hey, can I help you find anything? And then you tell him no, and then they proceed to just follow you around the store like a weirdo. Jared Goff, some sort of businessman. Probably a successful one too. He's way too personal, way too chill to not do something that can benefit him in. Next, we got Caleb Williams. Why does he look so angry in that picture? That's definitely affecting this. I'm getting delivery driver here. He looks, you know, kind of like, hi, I have to be nice to you technically because it's my job, but I hate my job and I don't care that much. That's what I'm getting. And ending, we got Russell Wilson. He would work at Aeropostale because much like the store Aeropostale, I have no idea how it's still around. Ooh, almost forgot Bryce Young. And Matt Stafford. I'm slacking right now. Okay, anyway, Bryce Young, I'm gonna say Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, the manager that just shows up for 5 days a week for 8 hours and just airballs threes in the little basketball hoop area. Matt Stafford. Sorry to disrespect the GOAT here, but he looks like he drives truck for a living in that picture. Like seriously, he looks like he drives from California to Massachusetts, and he's also one of those guys that for some reason likes it. He just talks on the CB radio all day. But ending, we got Jameis Winston because he would actually be a comedian. He's one of the funniest people in the league, and I thought that was one of the most accurate ones I could do when I was looking through the last people. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys were able to have fun with it. And like I said, please don't take it too serious. If you did enjoy this video and you want to show support, please do it because you know I appreciate any and all help. But in the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you can watch it on time. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, I will see you in the next upload.